Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Dead by Daylight on the GeForce GTX 1060 3GB for FPS monitoring. This time I won't be using cam, since it's not currently working with this game due to Easy Anti-Cheat, which is the anti-cheat software this game uses, so I'll be using MSI Afterburner instead. And if you want to support me, there are Humble and Amazon affiliate links down in the description. So Dead by Daylight, I'll be doing 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip none of those sections of the video, check the description below. So well, first of all, I need to clarify a couple things. This game is capped at 60 frames per second and has forced VSync. That means that the game just stays at 60 frames per second. You can unlock the frame rate by just changing an INI file, but unfortunately in my case I had to edit the INI file each time I launched the game, and it messed with my settings sometimes, so I recommend just avoiding it unless you have a 120Hz monitor or something like that. So that's why it will be at 60 frames per second. It caused me some issues when I tried to unlock it in order to make it work properly. You don't have the same resolution options as in most games. You here just have a resolution scale slider, which is from 0% to 100%. In order to change the resolution this time around, you have to change the resolution in settings on Windows. So just right click on the desktop, go to display settings, choose a resolution, and that one will be what the game will use. So when I did 1080p, for example, my resolution was set to 1080p on the desktop. Same with 1440p and 4K. I just selected the resolution in the display settings on Windows, and the game just launched with that resolution. Also, you don't have advanced graphic settings, you only have low, medium, high and ultra. Ultra and high don't have much of a performance difference at all. It's like 2 or 3 FPS maximum, at least on my end. Medium has a decent FPS boost, a low is a massive FPS boost, so keep that in mind. And since this game is not CPU intensive, the G4560 was more than enough to maintain 60 frames per second. So if you have an i5, an i7, a Ryzen 3 1200, a Ryzen 5, a Ryzen 7, whatever, it doesn't matter, the game will still run at 60 frames per second. It's just GPU bound. On 1080p it runs totally fine at ultra settings. It runs at 60 frames per second all the time, so nothing to comment on that one. At 1440p though, in order to get 60 frames per second, you need to lower the settings to medium, and that's enough to be at 60 frames per second just fine. And ultra settings stays over 30 frames per second without an issue. And then at 4K, in order to get over 30 frames per second, you need medium settings. If you go for high or ultra, you get drops below 30. And if you want to be at 45 to 60 frames per second, you have to lower the quality to low to be between 45 and 60 frames per second at 4K. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do overclocking this time around on the GPU, since even a small change in the frequency of the graphics card made the game crash when I was in a match. Even if I did like 10 MHz up, the game just crashes. So this game doesn't seem to take overclocking well, so I suggest you avoid overclocking on this game. Other than that, the game ran fine. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.